All right, folks, the deck is Demon Seed Demon Hunter. The goal of the deck is to churn our way through the final showdown questline, reducing the cost of a bunch of cards in hand along the way, setting up a big Glaivetar into Aranna Thrill Seeker when our deck is empty, so that we can draw a bunch of cards, forcing our opponent to take the fatigue damage and die. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. All right. Let's go be a menace on the Wild ladder, but in my defense, this is what Wild, or winning a singular game in Wild requires. This kind of nonsense. Ugh.
A just cause is always worth fighting for.
I alone will shield
All right.
my people.
Probably just aggro, if I had to guess. So we kind of need to get our brutes down early. Yeah. Probably going to be a lot of this deck cropping up because it got some incredibly strong cards. And it will do an incredibly good job of killing me, I'm sure. Let's just immediately slow them down. I think we just die. Like, there's not much I can do against this singular card that just kind of kills me. Well. That helps quite a bit, in fact.
Starting the operation.
But now I'm dead.
Who's hiding now?
I only need one more tick, right? Yeah, so I'm probably just spending this here.
Come out, come out.
Alright, so I play this next turn. That'll allow me to get the Walloper down.
Pray with me.
I was so close to being able to get these down.
Anyone order a ghoul to the face? They will never catch me.
Womp! Okay, we should have a better chance at this going off next turn, which will allow me to get I Am Brute down. Seance. In this economy? Wait, am I dead? Nearly. And potentially close enough simply because of an inevitable Mind Blast.
How wonderful. Thank you. Truly.
Womp!
How wonderful.
So, technically not dead. Yeah, pretty good to read that was a Mind Blast. I don't know. Opponent's awful proud of themselves for Playing some awfully bad cards in their deck, I guess, and still winning. That deck's going to be scary when people actually start playing the refined version of it.
Aranna versus Scarlet.
Let the blight begin. I alone will shield my people.
I don't know if we want a glide in the outcast slot, but we certainly have it. Probably do want it, because I'm going to want to send this Aranna back. I think we're going to want it for this matchup. At some point, given that they're Renethal, they're going to have a lot of cards in hand. If this is like Reno, this is pretty much the exact matchup that we're looking for. Not necessarily the best draw, but that changes with the Sigil and the Glide. We don't have to glide on 4 necessarily, and likely won't want to with how many cards we're going to have in hand. But we do have that opportunity if we decide to go with it. Holy. Well, it's not Reno.
Who's hiding now?
Okay. Urine comes now. Next turn could be a good time for the Walloper. We could go Silence, Walloper, Glide. It said I do want to save some Outcast cards for when we hit the Glaive Tar. Oh, that's kind of a big deal. Although it does help with once we get the Aranna down. Well, there's our Glaive Tar.
That feels good. Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
Womp! Okay, let's start worrying about our health a little bit, I suppose. Hold the weapon swings. I'll swing next turn, I think. Okay, that's the second rune now. Wait, that doesn't have a rune anymore. So it could just be a Marrow Guard deck.
My blood for the Lich King. They will never catch me. Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
Yup. Holy.
Who's hiding now? Come out!
Womp. Womp. Okay, I do need to find the Aranna, ideally before we die to those plagues. Also, the opponent is just getting kind of low from our aggression that we've set up here. I have 5 cards that I'm drawing off of this. I draw 3 for turn. But also, looks like we might just have lethal set up.
Find another snap.
Okay.
That feels good. Blast.
Alright then. I guess we get there.
Aranna versus Garona. I'll leave no trace of this.
I alone will shield my people.
Alright, not sure what type of rogue we're up against, but there's about 6 that are incredibly strong. Maybe that's an exaggeration. Maybe it's more like 4. That's still too many. This is not one of the ones I was expecting. It could still be like the Null Miracle Rogue. Let's just go here and here, so we save this for when we're drawing a bunch. Or at least enough to potentially reduce the cost of cards in our hand. That's 1, 2. Just need to hit one more bit of card draw here, potentially. That works. Unfortunately, we don't quite get the brutes down.
Come out, come out.
For Suramar.
But maybe next turn.
You won't find further magically aged seas.
Holy cheese. Alright then. God, we're just coming up so frustratingly close, but still short on these brutes.
Shaking us up.
Next turn is likely just Sigil, Hero Power, the winner. Good lord.
Astonishing.
Okay, this time for sure. Not quite. It's probably still worth making a 6/7 here when they have 8 attack on board.
Your end comes now.
Okay. That's good news. It's less good. Let's start here, maybe low. Look to get the Glaive Tar equipped. Hold here. Next turn, we maybe look to do the big draw stuff. Or at least one of the big draw stuff. I don't know. Not their Cthulhu. I need to get another brute down, I think is what it comes down to here.
They will never catch me. Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
Womp. Okay. We'll be able to get both brutes down and potentially a glide. Just need to survive. Uh-oh.
I will enjoy watching you.
My game
die.
crashed. What was that? Okay, that was clearly a crash. Hopefully I get back in time to see what's actually going on. Okay, I have 10 cards. Here. I have no idea how much time is left is the problem.
I've exhausted my deck.
Also, apparently I overdrew Aranna in all of that. What an absolute... nightmare.
Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
It's really hard to play the game when you don't get to see what's going on, it turns out. I burned a singular card, and it was Aranna this game. Incredible. That would have been the game, too. I would have just won. Now I have no outs to get there. So I'm just going to concede. What? Just absolutely excruciatingly frustrating. Like, I everything about that game just is extraordinarily frustrating.
Aranna versus Lady Vash.
From strife comes opportunity. I alone will shield my people.
I have no idea what type of shaman this is. But Glide is potentially fun against certain matchups, so let's keep it. This could be one of them.
Your wish is my suggestion.
All right. Let's go ahead and kill that while we can. I assume they just got a wild growth, which is pretty bad for me. Let's increase the density of brutes in our deck for when we glide, which is looking like it's going to need to be next turn because the sand is doo-doo.
You won't find further magically aged cheese.
Cheese man. Yep, let's rip it. No cheese for you. That's a good pickup. That's a good pickup. Okay, so next turn we're just Giga drawing. 1, 2, 4. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. The only thing that would make me shift gears is if we pick up a Glaive Tar, because developing that into... Sure. Developing that into all of these Outcast cards would be pretty nice, but I do not have that card yet, so I can't really plan around it. I could draw it off of the... and transform them. Okay. I'm just not playing that. So look to draw it here. Miss. This draws 3. Then I can simply go here, 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 this, and this, and this. Alright, I need to save the rest of my Outcast cards, if I can, for when I have the Glaive Tar equipped. Okay. It's a pretty good outcome. So we probably... Oh, there's the Glaive Tar, thank God. There's the other Glaive Tar, thank God. Just in case they have, like, a weapon break option. Okay, I don't really care about Curtis in this deck. What if I just rip this now? So that I can actually draw a card off of the... I don't want to fill my hand with additional commons, so the fewer options I get, the better. There's Aranna. Can go Earth Shock as well. If I want, but I think I would rather do this. Womp! Womp! Yeah, let's see, I do have quite a few remaining Outcast cards right now. Bit of a low roll. I'll happily accept trades here, though.
Who's hiding now? Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
I don't have the Aranna up yet, so I don't necessarily want to play that here. I have 9 cards.
Mists quench you.
They will never catch me.
I don't have a demon in hand, so I don't think it matters. Just use the mana while we can.
My hand is too full.
Next turn we go... Okay, Curtis was really good here, it turns out. Anyway, next turn we go Aranna, Paraglide, and draw.
Risks are always
Aranna,
worth taking.
Paraglide,
I've exhausted my deck.
and we draw every single card that is ever existed. Nice snipes. Oh my god. Those were the... I couldn't have picked better targets than those. Incredible. I will say I did not know they could target minions, so that's a bit of a wrinkle in this plan, but it was still funny. That may harm the long-term viability of this deck, but at the same time, we did a funny.
Aranna!
Yeah, surely this is the mirror match, right?
Feel the hatred of 10,000 years.
I alone.
Probably don't need the glide with this hand, but this is a pretty good sequence of plays, I think. It could just be like a Hyper Smork deck with the new pirates, which could be a bit of a problem. But they also kept the leftmost card, so who knows. Okay, no info just yet. The game desperately wants me to have a glide. We go here, here, which sets up for a turn 3 set of triggers on the... Okay, so it is Hyper Smork.
Who's hiding now? They will never catch me.
Okay, I just want this off the board, so I don't take repetitive damage from it. I still get the the value or the quest progression off of the paraglide. Nope. Never mind then. Could respond in kind or just play the sigil. Could just do a mid-hand glide next turn if I really wanted to. I could go like mana burn, coin, glide. Which could actually be the line, just because I don't want to... that probably helps as well. I don't want to give them cards anyway. So if I play the paraglide, that's going to shift the glide into the outcast slot.
Who's hiding now?
This also gives me the opportunity to hit some brutes. There's one.
They will never catch me.
Next turn is Glaivetar Paraglide. But getting the brute down is pretty huge. As is, like, eventually drawing into the Wallopers. Ouchie. Really? Okay. I find your terms acceptable.
Gotta go.
Let's hang out here. I know I have a second weapon, but, like, charging up a second weapon is kind of a pain.
My blades are just for show.
Womp. Okay, let's see what's in here. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we'll just have a little peek. No, thank you. That is not happening here.
Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
Womp! Okay, I actually think that maybe working towards the brutes is how we win this game anyway. Like, it's an aggro matchup. I don't need to greed for the combo. I just need to ideally get the second brute down, hopefully with a philosophy along the way. Okay, let's draw 3 here. See what we hit. Just 2 brutes. Find out when that urine is coming. And I guess just make the opponent's portrait explode. Or they can work to do it for me.
I yield for now.
Alright, the deck is doing some things. A few of them good, in fact.
Aranna versus.
Oh my god, I finally got streamer mode to turn on.
None can escape my
Ooh.
fury. I
It's been
alone
10,000
will
years.
shield my people.
You probably need an outsider just to pick off early game minions. And probably need a sigil just to draw brute so that we don't die if it's a pirate rogue. Probably don't need 2 sigils though. But we do have them. Okay, it is some sort of pirate rogue. That's clearly a patches they just drew. Copium. It was indeed not patches.
Who's hiding now? Come out!
Alright, so now we get to play the fun game of, is it regular pirate rogue or is it the good one? The good one being Groat rogue. Still no indication as to which one. I think I go Sigil first so that I can play the Paraglide potentially with on the turn that the Sigil goes off, which will reduce the cost of the brutes to 0. At the cost of, you know, simply giving the opponent 3 additional cards to kill me with. Trade offer. You get 2 brutes. I win the game. I think the opponent will accept those terms. To be fair, they are a rogue, so they can draw infinity cards for 0 mana anyway. Which is why there are so many good rogue decks right now. Yeah, this looks like the Garrote version. Which these are terrifying if a boat comes down onto the board. So that is an obscene amount of card draw. Alright, brute me, dude. That's kind of bad. Any brutes? 1 brute.
Who's hiding now? Come out! Come out!
Suppose we play this turn. We don't really care about Curtis, but like picking up a second brute or a walloper would be giga nutty. We hit neither, but we do hit the 1 brute, and we now have the Paraglide in the appropriate spot. So next turn's not looking as devastating. The issue here is we're both basically playing at the same game. It's just their combo happens a lot faster most of the time. So I'm at a severe disadvantage just based on the matchup. Because they've already gotten enough chip damage through to where it simply does not matter. I have to end the game before they do is what matters, which I don't think I'm capable of doing.
They will never catch me.
I do not have a way to get philosophy value and to get a brute down. The problem here is that... I mean, there are many problems here. I think I just have to make the tempo play.
Anyone order a face to the face?
then pray for the best. We just used the philosophy to juice the glaive tar, but I'm running out of turns. On the bright side, it doesn't look like they've drawn a boat yet.
Rise, me hearties!
Which is maybe the one thing that's keeping me in this game. Okay, it's time to start juicing the weapon, if not both of them. And they've just got all of the draw left in the deck, right? So I don't think it matters too much that they haven't hit the boat. They have made the decision to tempo the boat. Okay. For a moment I thought I was dead. Wait, what? I think they still win from there. Unless their hand was just Omega Doodoo. Which it seemed to be, but like 75% of their deck was card draw.
Aranna!
Alright. Prepare yourself for the inevitable Shadow Priest and then adjust if necessary.
Your destruction. I alone will shield my people.
This is only good if we knew it were Reno Priest. This could buy me some time, though. This could also help by finding, like, an I-beam for me. Yeah, we're gonna die. Game's already over? Well, they didn't get the Giga high roll, at least. Okay, that's potentially useful.
The shadow engulfs us.
Ow. I do not know how I deal with this. I think the answer is I don't. That's probably the answer. Yeah, I probably just don't, and I die. This honestly isn't even that strong of a start. Okay, what now? Probably draw, coin, and a mana burn so that I die a little bit less often. I need to draw a bunch of cards into a bunch more cards into a copy of Philosophy so that I can get the Brute down. But even then, like, this does 4 additional damage. They have spells that deal more. There's honestly just no recovering from this without a different deck composition. Unless I hit, like, Consume Magic in the Outcast slot. Nope, we're already just dead. There's no reason to continue playing.
I must withdraw.
There's probably no reason to play out that matchup. It is just horrendously unwinnable. Like, that's a much closer list to what will likely be the optimized list, I would imagine. And you can see even without the Void Touched Attendant, they just get there.
Aranna versus Valera.
Well, now we get to do the rogue thing again.
My own deck. I alone will shield my people.
Yeah, let's go for the Goofy Glide play. Maybe that'll give me some hopium.
Package tight for treasure transport.
This is just, what, 3 games in a row of encountering this
Who's hiding now?
same opener, essentially.
Who's hiding now? Come out, come out.
Welcome to Wild, I guess. I was considering saving that. I just don't want to play this again. I simply don't want to play this matchup. Because it's just painstakingly uninteresting. And we're not getting to see a singular new card. So. Okay, let's just glide away, see what we get. If it's anything playable, no. 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 For the 4 worst cards I could have drawn, probably. I'm just going next. This is
I must with
absolute hell. Just encountering nothing but pirate decks on repeat. I'm probably just not going to be able to play this format very much if this is what it is.
Aranna
Again!
undo it. The light shall bring
This is now 4 games in a row of nothing but pirate decks. Probably need the outsider to pick off the early pirates. Oh my god, it's not a aggro priest. What?
incredible.
We actually found a good matchup, potentially? Holy. That's going to be slower than my deck for sure, right? Copium? I think just coin a sigil next turn. I just have to worry a little bit about, like, disruption tools, Mutanus, and Dirty Rats. But, like, a Dirty Rat doesn't necessarily beat Aranna without removal. It's important to have. Weapon removal could be another concern, but I have the redundancy of double Glaive Tar. So we shall see.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Okay, that dies to the outsider at least. Is it even going to offer wild growth there? It's an empty board, probably. I am Brute. Okay, this is actually potentially quite good. Here to get a draw. Here. Here.
Never catch me.
Get another one of you. Next turn is probably just equip Glaive Tar and say go. And then figure out a way to get some more card draw going. But basically, we're just throwing these brutes out to distract them for a little bit until, like, I don't know, their hands get tired of removing the minions. At which case, we'll be like, have you heard of Aranna? Well, maybe they have heard of Aranna because she could be in their hand. Okay, there's some card draw, but we don't really want that right now. I just want to equip the weapon, hold, start looking for outcast cards to spam so that we can get infinite draw. Okay, that explains the earlier bump. Pretty good for the opponent. Okie dokie. Sure. I can spend 5 damage this way if I need to. I think I would like to push the outcast cards to the left in order to get value off of the consume magic in particular, so I want to get outcast cards to the right so that I can reduce the cost of the Walloper. But like getting draw off of this is pretty important. Oh my god. Giga Chad Gaming. Or just looking to complete the quest. Who knows? I mean, both things can be true at the same time. No hits on that. Those are not terribly meaningful cards to steal from me. Okay, that's a bit awkward. Let's see what we get here. Let's actually hold here. I've got an on-command pretty good play. Maybe developing the mana is fine. Sure, we'll develop the mana. This is at 6 cards. And then we're just turbo drawing for the rest of the game, looking for the Aranna. Ow. So here, there's the Aranna. Okay, now would be an exceptionally bad time to encounter a Dirty Rat or a Mutanus. But hopefully they just, you know, are holding it for the Curtis. And I probably just want to play like a Paraglide into attack with the weapon. Okay, even if they pick up a Dirty Rat off of this, it's unlikely they'll be able to kill the... Okay, well now I need to find a Sigil Runner. There's one. Bottom 2 cards are Glide. Let's go here.
They will never catch me. Predictors for vengeance.
Okay. That is perfectly fine here. As is that. This is going to be a lot of draw.
I'm low on cards. I've exhausted my deck.
So we go here first to juice the Glaive Tar. Then I want to play this because we're going to draw off of the Paraglide. We go here, and that should end the game. Because I'm taking an obscene amount of fatigue right now. At least the animation is cool. I'm sure the opponent would agree. Oh, hey, they get to draw a card. Good for them. Good for them. You're welcome. All right. That's probably enough of that deck.